Hey, Demonosophy fam. This is Zeracol Kathos with Demonosophy and Beyond. This is part two of my cult library so far. Um, so, we're going to start with let's change the lighting on that, non-commodity scriptures. Okay, these are the Gospels that were left out of the Bible. Very interesting read, and I feel that anybody who wants to know about Gnostic Christianity, and I think you should, to understand like the whole Bible and to kind of get it, definitely read this, especially the Book of Judas. Very interesting. Well, it's all interesting, but you know what I mean. I recommend starting with the Book of Judas. Next book, Fallen Angel Magic. I just got this book, and I just started reading it, and I think I got through the introduction. I have not conjured up any of the angels in this book yet using the book's technique, but I'm excited. A dictionary of angels. You never know when you're going to have to like research something. So, this is an older version. I could use an updated version, but still good resource to have. The Encyclopedia of Witches and Witchcraft. Okay, I bought this because the Queen of Hell book had a word in it that I was not familiar with. Widdershins. And I was like, what the hell is that? So it turned out that Widdershins is counterclockwise. And so I went to this used bookstore and found this book, and this book had that word in it. So I figured if I ever came upon an old school witchy word, I would have a source to go to look up that witchy word. The Dictionary of Demons. Okay? Very good resource, especially if you're a demonosopher. Oh, or a demonologist. I am both. It's always good to have information for both sides of the spectrum. So, got one for demon and one for angels. The Bible of Cthulhu by the Cult of Cthulhu. Very good book if you want to go insane multiple times, contacting the old ones. They are out there, and yeah, they're very, very weird. Pactum. I think this one I wasn't really into because a lot of the stuff in here looked like love spell potions. Love spells. I don't know. I forgot why I got it in the first place, but I don't know. Did I show you guys this? Pactum? That's what it looks like. I'll have to take another peek at it when, like I'm not busy with stuff that's more important to me. Gin, Sorcery, and Divination. This book was so cheaply made, and I don't know. It's. I feel like it had more stuff about the superstitions surrounded by the jinn, more so than actual talk about how to contact the jinn. But in that sense, it was interesting, but like, nah, not worth it. Where's the front of this book? Cliphotic Opus 3. There we go. I remember, I think it was about essays. I read it, but didn't really get anything out of it. Don't really remember anything too much about it. So, interesting. I might have to look through it again. It's got some interesting pictures, so I might have to take another look at it. The book, Flesh and Feather. I love Thoth. I really do. But this book, the initiation part said that you had to not have sex for a week, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that. So I have this book, and it is a beautifully made book, but I'm not working through it. So. Next book, Touch Me Not. I've never worked through this book. It looks very interesting. The pictures are great. It's just it's insane. That kind of artwork, it really gets me. So you have the Encyclopedia, the complete illustrated Encyclopedia of Magical Plants. Okay. Always need to have at least a couple books that are about herbs. The New Age Herbalist. Okay. Teaches you a lot of good ways to use herbs, which is always helpful. The Desktop Guide to Herbal Medicine. Okay. I've used this one lots of times. Dancing with Dragons. May the author rest in peace. Let me see if I can fix that lighting. Maybe that's a little bit better. Okay. This is the first book that I actually used to actually contact dragons successfully. The Herbal Healing Handbook. Okay? Healing is always good. Never know when you're going to need it. The Black Folder. This is a book on voodoo, I believe. Let me see. It really didn't do anything for me. Anything having to do with voodoo, for the most part, just, or hoodoo. I'm sorry, this is hoodoo. Voodoo and hoodoo, like, they just don't really call to me much, you know. Talk to Legba, he's a cool guy, but that's basically it. The Devil's Quran. Okay, I've used this to actually contact Iblis. It's a very short book. The things that Iblis had to say were very interesting. From my experience, Iblis does not necessarily hate human beings. He just hates weakness and respects strength. Entering the Desert. I started reading this and I was highlighting through it. However, I'll be honest, I don't remember anything from this. I was very excited to get this because I wanted to go to the desert. I was kind of missing the abyss because I didn't really have a bad time when I was in the abyss. I had a bad time when I was on this level dealing with the mundane stuff. Um, so, this Entering the Desert is probably another book on shadow work. And I like getting to know the darker side of me and being able to accept that. Um, but I always want to just kind of like embrace the darker side of me so that that dark side does not it stays beneficial, you know. So this is one of the books that I purchased for that specific reason. Hecate and the Black Arts, another book by Michael Ford. Great to read. Not working through it. Satanism in Theory and Practice. I've done a video on this book. Very good book. Very simple, very to the point, and I love the colors, like red and black. The Secret Teachings of All Ages by Manly P. Hall. This is one of the books that Lilith recommended to me, and it put me onto a lot of things. This is a very, very good book. Lots of highlights. I respect Manly P. Hall. And then she also recommended another book by him that talks about Gnostic Christianity. So I plan on getting that book soon too. Let's see. Diabolic Gnosticism. Really cool looking book. I remember it having like some cool looking pages. Let me see if I can find the illustrations. Yeah. Isn't that cool, ladies and gentlemen? I remember reading bits and pieces, but I don't remember really being into this. I may have to check that again later. Give it another go round. And finally, the Hexagrammaton by the Baron and Baronessa Aragni. Okay? Super good book. Okay? Some things will take some time, but it's worth it. There is a meditation section where you can speak to your higher self, as well as what do they call it? The lower self. I don't know. The opposite. And I had very interesting time with that, and I like going back to that one specifically to see how symbolic the changes in my higher self and I guess my lower self or my ego have. Like they always appear as different things. In fact, my higher self appeared as a squirrel one time. They do soul alchemy. This is like the book that I wish I had when I was a beginner. Okay, so this had stuff in it that I was not aware of, that I worked through, that I really enjoyed. The meditation rituals were the best for me. I got very strong visuals, very strong, and I will probably always say that the Baron and Baroness are real. They know their stuff. And they're definitely great magicians, great practitioners. Um, and in the other review, like for the Black Book of Bellahul, like Belial even came to me and basically co-signed that, like they were the real deal. So, uh, that is the end of part 2. And maybe when I get some more books, then I'll make an updated version of my occult library. Until then, have a good day, guys.